Hey, we're only joining a whole lot. We're joining the first video.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. In this corner, weighing in at 195 pounds, he is from Long Island, New York, now hailing from Ithaca, New York. He is making his return to Earth from the hyperbolic time chamber. The challenger, Time Warp. Always wrestling with time. However, from here on and forever, our time is now.
Let me be the big dog.
Big dog.
The big dog. The fucks. Oh yeah. Okay, I was gonna say the fucks with your hair, but I was like, okay, I get it.
Come on, man. You know.
I didn't put two and two together. Right.
Took a minute to register. It's all right.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Is I didn't put it two and two together just yet. I just got finished eating. I'm on my coffee, so my brain should be functioning in about.
I've been at work all day, and I've had everybody say, "Hey, I like your Superman curl," and I was like, "It's the razor."
The Superman curl. It actually,
like my boss. Yeah, my boss Brandon knew. He's like, "Yo, Chico," like he knew, but like a couple other people were like, "Oh, Superman curling it." I was like, "Not today."
Are you a DC fan or a Marvel fan?
I do love DC. To be honest, I kind of do love DC. I'm not gonna lie. But
I really wouldn't know which universe that I would belong in. Growing up, I liked Batman. And then later, as I got older, I found out he's an old gay guy that hires young kids to put it on fucking skin-tight spandex and watch every one of his little boys and fucking spandex.
Don't violate Batsy like that. That's my guy. I used to love Batman too, though. I had a lot of Batman action figures.
Fucking white bread. Superman's got an S on his chest. It stands for your shit goes right here, ladies.
Back to the curl, kid.
Doctor Strange is fucking cool.
I
never heard of Doctor Strange growing up as a kid.
Really?
But I saw the first Doctor Strange movie, and I liked Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch, or Cumberland, whatever his name is, he's great at fucking Doctor Strange. I had no idea that he also Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was watching a movie with him recently also. Another movie, and I was like, yo, that's Doctor Strange. And it's crazy you say that because I'm working on a project right now called the Time Stone for Time Warp, and I'm gonna be doing a Doctor Strange project soon too.
But, Doctor Strange. I was actually I didn't think I'd get into superheroes again because the one superhero that ruined everything for me was fucking Iron Man. Mm-hmm. Iron Man ruined it all.
I'm gonna open this one with a.
But it was official that Tobey Maguire is the oldest MCU character in history because his movie came out in 2002.
Yeah.
Iron Man came out in 05.
Yeah, Iron Man was definitely Spider-Man.
So Tobey Maguire's got 3 extra years on you, fucking.
Yeah. Get the fuck
3 more years on you.
I'm gonna open this episode with a nice hit for Big Scott upstairs. We know you're looking down. It was crazy news.
Yo.
Crazy news.
Hey, yo. Who wants to take a little survey? Now, did you come here to see us, or did you come to see the NWO? Or
lie.
Did you come to see the bad guy?
I mean, what it really dictates, you want to do this as a Wrestling with Time? This is the tribute episode to Scott, right?
Yes, it is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is episode 15 of Wrestling with Time. Last week, we branched off and we split the show. Well, not last week, but with the last episode from Our Time to Wrestling Time being its own entity. It's been a rough day, a rough week. Probably the second worst week for me this year, aside from losing my grandmother after today. And we've had technical difficulties. I didn't think this was going to be able to happen tonight. So if the sound quality sounds a little off or whatever the case may be, just bear with us. By the way, I did order a new interface, kid. I had some Amazon gift cards laying around. I found a $50 gift card, so I was like, all right, let me apply that. So hopefully by Saturday, we'll be back up and running. But this episode of Wrestling with Time, episode 15, is dedicated to the late, great, way before his time, the bad guy. If you don't know who we're talking about Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, NWO for life. One of my favorite wrestlers growing up. Huge influence into my adulthood. But it was crazy, bro. When you hit me with that news, I didn't want to believe it. And then you hit me with he's on life support, and once they get his family in line, they're thinking about pulling the plug, and it was sad, bro. And I took a nap last night. I wake up, I turn on Raw, and literally his tribute's just coming on, and I was like crying.
That he must, well, when I got the notification, it was 4:30. The notification came in. I watched the video at 5, and it said that the plug was pulled, but he still had a heartbeat.
Yeah, me and you were talking about it, and I said, "Yo, power of prayer is strong, and don't underestimate prayer." And you said, "Amen." And then
it wasn't enough for him to kick out at the last second.
We were gonna do the show last night, but I just wasn't feeling it. And I kind of even really wasn't feeling it today, but I said it's kind of a time-sensitive subject, and this is something I gotta do, And I feel like it's sad because we've done 15 Wrestling with Times so far, and 3 of them have been dedicated as a memorial show to wrestlers we've lost recently. And we just keep losing it. And you said it best the other day, bro. Our childhood is kind of dying, and it's sad. It's really sad to come to that realization that everything we've learned that we grew up with, you lose eventually. Nothing's forever.
Exactly. Nothing's forever except for death and taxes.
Yeah. But you said kick out. There was a quote he said, right? He said, Death, what's your big finishing move, or sell it or something? What'd he say? Someone posted it recently. I didn't know he said it. But it was DDP that posted it. DDP posted it, and it said something like death, whatever, and then DDP said didn't get out this time, but he said Valhalla. He said Scott's in Valhalla up there, and he named a couple other legends, Macho Man and things of that nature. And, I'll post it right here, but I was like, man, it's insane, bro. He was still young. He still had time. I wonder how Kev's doing.
He's only 2 years younger than Bob Saget, but Bob Saget died of the COVID vaccine.
This is the actual shirt I got when I met Kev. at in Elmira a couple years back, and yo, it was crazy because I sat down with him. I was like, "This is one of my first like wrestling shows sober," and it was inspired by Scott. And he sat there and talked to me for a minute. I was like, "How is Scott? Like, by the way, like, how's Scott?" He's like, "Doing good, man. I was just with Scott this weekend. You know, only smokes weed now. Just chills and smokes weed." And I was like, "That's awesome to hear," you know. And it was after DDP kind of saved him. DDP kind of probably got him a good 7 extra years that we might have not have had.
Well, DDP definitely gave us extra years with Jake the Snake.
Well, Jake and Scott, both of them.
Well, to be honest, this is, no morality or morality around it. Who'd you really think was going to live longer, Scott Hall or Jake the Snake Roberts?
Here's the deal. When I was watching the documentary,
I honestly thought that, Jake wasn't going to
first. Yeah, me too.
Honest to God, because Jake, he's one of those guys that his demons are just too strong in order to overcome.
And he's another one that I spoke with when he came to Syracuse. My car broke down in the parking lot. Was there till 4 a.m. Besides the fact, after the show, the comedy show, I was talking with him like I was trying to quit drinking at the time, and I said like, what's the deal? And he was like, he pointed. He said, "You see over there? Over there is where you think you want to be, and you don't really know how to get there. You just go over there. Anything's possible." And he's just like, "Fucking go over there." I was like, makes sense. So like, just me thinking I can't get there, I can get there. But I actually ordered a beer during the show, took one sip, said, "I think I'm done." Of course, I went back multiple times, and I've been done multiple times.
Everybody's got stuff happens to people. It's all about your resistance.
Yeah, and you know what? It's just something I'm starting to learn too. Like, yeah, there is moderation with everything. That's where that term "drink responsibly" comes in. Unfortunately, some of us don't know how to drink responsibly, and I'm one of those people. I keep going, and I know I should probably stop, but I don't feel drunk enough yet. And I say, we got a couple more hours to the night. What are we waiting for? Let's go. I could do 5 or 6 more.
I haven't had an actual alcoholic drink in maybe over a year.
Yeah, that's good. You don't need to do it.
Last time was on the 4th of July, and I got hammered.
Yeah,
I got it.
Well, that's the occasion if you're going to do it.
7 homemade pina coladas to where you don't taste the alcohol, shit face.
Yeah. Couple Long Island iced teas deep.
Nah, as much as I'm known as the Long Island iced tea, I don't drink Long Island iced teas. I don't like the taste of fucking gin or whatever the hell
those are my drinks. That's the whole thing. I could drink like 8 or 9 of those, throw up maybe, and then come back go for a number 11. Like, I don't know if I could do it anymore, but I remember going to clubs, bro, and just like I would spend like, if they were $10 a Long Island iced tea, I would at least spend $110 like a night. Maybe buy another shot or 2 in there, and then still tip. But it was bad. But I feel like they watered them down when you went out, like versus when you make it yourself at home. I could probably do 3 homemade Long Island iced teas and call it a night. Half a bottle of this, half a bottle of that. Drink. Add all the other shit in the little remaining space. Nah. But,
I don't drink.
Truth is, I don't even know how to make a Long Island iced tea. I would just pour a bunch of liquor in a cup. I know it's got triple sec, tequila, fucking iced tea. Or Coke you use anyway, but you use iced tea.
Maybe that's why I'm not maybe that's why I don't like Long Island iced teas, because I had that bad summer with tequila.
Yo, tequila, that's the crazy part is I can't drink tequila, but one night.
If you were to make a Long Island iced tea with Patron.
Yeah, I was just going to say Nick brought Patron to the block.
It's tequila, but it's a clear.
No way, Jose.
It shouldn't fuck you up as much as the regular 180 tequila should.
Yeah. No way, Jose.
Even though it's 1200, it still don't fucking matter because it's still tequila, even though it's Patron. It's like, yeah, Patron is the expensive tequila. It's the clear tequila.
Yeah. Did you Do you remember Lorenzo?
Keep me away from the brown tequila. But if you're gonna start doing Grey Goose and Patron and shit, yeah, I'm down with that.
Yo, do you remember Lorenzo from the block? Poppy? Used to buy us like cigarettes and beer when we get off the bus and shit. Like me, Omar, everybody. He was always around. One day we were at Tony's house, and he goes, he's drinking Tony's tequila, and he's like standing on the front porch, and like he was a small guy, bro, but he drank that, and he went, "No more tequila," and it like dribbled out of his mouth, and he like fell back. Right on Tony's lawn. And Tony was that house right across from Gio's house.
I know who Tony is.
Okay, you know Tony. Yeah, so fucking yeah, that was it. That guy passed away recently. Like Liz was telling me, because yeah, Liz knew him. Like he used to live with Liz. Like not with Liz, but like her dad used to rent the apartment out back to him. But anyway, let's get back to it. I took that one hit of weed and I got high, and I did the red for NWO, bro. NWO red.
The NWO.
Crazy part, bro, was that he never made it to be world champion.
World champion.
Insane. All that charisma.
Never. Not even WCW, where he had full run. Never became
Chris
world
Jericho champion. Posted it too, and a man who never became world champion, but he did like Capitals and never. And I was like, bro, he was world champions though.
Never became world champion.
He was world tag.
Roddy Piper never became world champion.
But world tag team champions is still a world title. What do you mean? That's bullshit. That's a world tag team champion.
When it comes to actuality, the world heavyweight title or the main championship is the bigger belt that you want. Doesn't matter if the tag team belt says world's tag team champions.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Still a world.
It's a wording that they put on the secondary belt.
So they should put intercontinental tag team champions. So you're not the world tag champions. You're the intercontinental tag team champions, or the European tag team champions, or the television tag team champions.
No, you're just the tag team champions. You guys are the best in the world, but we don't need to sit there and say that. Tag team champions of the world. We don't need to say that.
Yeah, I know, but still, they should. They should. Well,
to each his own. To each his own. I saw a GIF or a sneak peek at the new unified title, and it looks horrendous.
Yeah.
It's going to be the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the one that Brock Lesnar has.
Yeah.
But instead of the red dash underneath the W, it's going to be the blue for the universe.
Well, that's kind of like AEW changed their title like shortly after they had it too, though. The TNT Championship or whatever, I think, right?
No, they ended up having the TBS channel, so now there's two champions. There's the TNT and the TBS.
No, there's not TBS, I don't think. They still have the TNT champion. Both belts say TNT on it, though.
The TBS championship is real.
But I'm saying there's also the AEW World Champion, which is Hangman. Oh, okay. Either way, I'm just saying I didn't see TBS yet. All I'm saying is I was watching them like
division title. That's all it has.
They're on TBS now, but
they're on TNT and TBS.
Yeah, and
both channels are Turner Broadcasting Network channel.
Well, it's crazy because I haven't really been watching too much modern wrestling.
Tim Turner, he's back and he's doing wrestling again, folks.
Yeah, of course, man. He's back in wrestling.
But he's doing it with the help of Warner Brothers and fucking AOL.
But but it's crazy because, like I've been telling you, like I haven't been watching too much modern wrestling. I've been going back watching, and I think where we left off on like Stab 7 or 8. Like a week or two ago, I was like, I'm watching right now. It's the revival of the NWO, and they got the beef going with like Booker and him and Goldust. But NWO just ended. They brought Shawn back. But this was NWO without Scott Hall. It was just Nash, Big Show, X-Pac.
But Booker T and Shawn Michaels.
Booker T and then Shawn Michaels, but Shawn Michaels came back, they kicked out Booker T right away or something.
And then they kicked out the Big Show.
Yeah, then the Big Show. Then it was them three. They went to, what was it, Vengeance? They ended at?
Yeah, I think Shawn betrayed Kevin, or fucking Kevin blew out both the quads or something.
Vengeance. He was in a match though. Kevin, he blew
out his quads.
Yeah,
he blew out his quads.
I think
That's
he did it
what
on
happened.
Raw though. That was a Raw. I think he was like big man hasn't wrestled in a while, and he came in hard, did a huge big boot.
I think versus
it was the 5-man tag, the 10-man tag match.
And it was just so funny how it all happened. He blows his knee as soon as he fucking goes as soon as he goes to the other side's corner.
No.
Blows out his fucking knee, and then that was the end.
No, he got a crazy big boot in there that was like impactful
and then that's when he blew out his quad.
Yeah, and then he was like he ran to the other side to the
strength from one leg.
He just kind of collapsed. Yeah, and that shit sucked because I was like I could almost not even just imagine the pain.
Oh, well, ex-Vince McMahon, who blew out both his quads, slamming his legs into the ring in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but what about Hunter, too?
Vince McMahon tore both quads.
Same time.
Sliding into the ring. At both of them. Look, here's the ring. Here's Vince. Angry walking Vince McMahon slides into the ring. Here's his kneecaps. You see my knuckles?
Yeah.
Into the ring. Boom! Both of them slid in, got up, noticed he couldn't stand up, fell right on his ass.
Vinnie Mac. I'll never forget when Triple H came in with the steel chair, though, and fell. Oh, but his return to me was so legendary, and I'm pretty sure that's the one I watched the other night, the 0-2 one, right?
Yeah, he tore his quads in 01. Then he
comes
came back
with the denim. Eric Bischoff brings him back.
Then he tore his quads in 07.
I remember his promo return. They did U2.
Tore his left knee in 2001. He tore his right knee in 2007. And then when he faced The Undertaker and all those other people at the Saudi Arabia show, he had a blown pectoral muscle, which, it was bad.
Yeah.
Well, but Triple H, the best known people to blow out their quads is Kevin Nash, Triple H, and Vince McMahon. Kevin Nash and Triple H have blown out both knees, but not at all at the same time. Vince McMahon is the only in history to ever blow out both his quads like that.
I don't know. I was watching Shawn Michaels in a ladder match the other night, though, and JR mentioned, like, it didn't even occur to me, but he said, somewhat an innovator in a ladder match, or an innovator in a ladder match. I have it written down on the notes from what pay-per-view it was. And I was like, you know what? I never really thought about that, because to me, Hardy Boys, Team 3D, Dudleys,
it was the story,
and Edge and Christian always came to. I know, but Edge and Christian always came to my mind. But then I said, "Yo, the ladder match with Razor, that little kind of leap." Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like that was really the innovation, but it was also kind of
the Brood
before
3D
my generation.
And the Hardys.
So to me, it was Hardys, and they elevated it.
The Hardys and 3D, that was TLC was an element of all three of their specialty matches. The Brood handled with chairs.
Mm-hmm.
The Hardys did ladders. The Dudleys did table.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you got the legendary TLC match from. Is from those three tag teams.
I know. That's where.
But that's not storytelling. That's not just storytelling. That's storytelling and putting the plot all into perspective.
Of course.
But what they did at the first WrestleMania for the ladder match, it was a story from beginning to end. I don't know how to explain it. Explaining wrestling sometimes, Jim Cornette will say it best. God damn, wrestling's like a story, motherfucker. Unless if you're like Vince McMahon and when you want to do movies and you say you're Hollywood, but you're not.
Yeah. Well,
Dusty
it's funny
Rhodes, you
because
come in and be like, listen, baby, we do make movie stars, but we also make stuntman also. And now I always knew that the next big guy that would be the greatest machismo in the wrestling business was Scott Hall. All right. When I saw him with those diamond bladed earrings that Gorilla Monsoon's daughter gave to him, I was like, you got the cuts, kid. I like.
did he really put him on?
Yes, true story. Scott says this. Scott Hall says this in his kayfabe commentary sessions with Sean Oliver. He goes, back in the day, I used to have these gold-bladed earrings that were like razor blades that Gorilla Monsoon's daughter gave to me. I can't really do like Scott Hall's voice. It's really deep and raspy. It can't get there, brother, you know? So it's gonna. He pretty much said Gorilla Monsoon's daughter gave me these razor blade gold earrings.
He did,
and I used to wear them all the time. And in the match, I would take them off and put them in a pill bottle. Yeah. And what I would do, because in that era, you just shake a pill bottle and everybody's heads would go. Mm-hmm. So one day I'm walking into the locker room and I'm about to put my earrings in and they're in the pill bottle and Road Dogg's sitting there hearing the bottle going back and forth and he's going, I know you're holding. Give me, I know you're holding.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not holding, bro. It's my earrings. Look, if you don't believe me, look, it's my earrings. He's like, nah, man, I know you're holding.
I'm holding, bro. It's my earrings. Yeah, you're right.
It's my earrings.
That's it. Being a sarcastic asshole with him, though, a little bit, you know?
Scott Hall said, he goes, if you were a wrestler in the 80s and the 90s, it's like you would see Shawn Michaels stabbing Wardlow in the ass with fucking syringes of fucking steroids in the 80s. You know, and then when you get to the 90s, you'd be seeing fucking people popping pills and then one guy shaking a bottle and everybody's going, where is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, dude, it was a different time. You could get away with so much more.
To where then somebody would shake a bottle. Sometimes I go, huh?
Yeah, you could get away with so much more, though, you know? Back then.
Well, back then.
And the further back it went, the more shit you got away with.
Scott even said this in the same interview with Sean Oliver. He even said, he's like, back then, they didn't test for marijuana and pills. Wasn't until the stuff in the early 90s came out with the Athletic League and everything, and Vince changing the name to Sports Entertainment and not, you know, we're not wrestlers no more, we're entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have to deal with the fucking sports authority of each state and everything, so it was no longer, we had to be drug tested in every state. It's just that on the random drug test that the company would give you, you just have to make sure that you were clean 6 weeks before it happened.
Yeah.
And you would know when your drug test was coming because if one of your buddies in your clique got hit up for a random drug test, you knew that you were going to be next.
Yeah, that's a fact. You know, they stick to those circles. They'd be like, all right, it's not him. Let's get the next one.
There was one night,
son of a bitch.
There was one night that we went to Germany for Monday Night Raw. And it's me, Nash, Pop. We're walking down this alley. And we get into the cab and we tell the cabbie, take us to the bad part of town. So we go to the bad part. We get about maybe $20 in weed and hash. We come back and we're smoking it in the alleyway. Bobby's walking down. And Bobby's like, the fuck you guys doing over there? And fucking I just swipe it off the window ledge. Most of it's in my pocket. I just bend down and I'm like, what? I'm tying my shoe. What, it's illegal to tie my shoe? It's like, then what are these other two fucking guys doing over here by you? You're like, they're fucking watching me to make sure I don't get mugged.
That's another story he told?
That's another story.
Yeah, I gotta
and
go
then
back
he
and
tells another story when he gets back to the hotel. Bruce Pritchard is fucking running all around the fucking hotel looking for people and everything. And there's fucking Gerald Briscoe, fucking old fucking Gerald Briscoe, fucking old man. He looks around and he goes, he's like, I smell weed. And then after that, he looks at me and Nash, and he's like, I know you guys come on. And he's like, yo, man, we don't have anything. And even if we did, we wouldn't tell you because you're a narc. And he's like, the fuck you talking about? I'm the only guy that did no drug test in the office.
Yeah. I use it for my arthritis.
I'm old.
How times have changed, man. Fuck, man. It's crazy, though, because...
Now that back then, you would get in trouble. You would get a 60-day suspension if you were caught smoking marijuana. But today, you pay X amount of money. WWE doesn't really give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
You pay that X amount of money, and you could be like Matt Riddle, who's fucking high in every fucking match that he's in. I see it in his face. I know what a stoner looks like. I've wrestled Stone before. He's fucking blitzed.
Yeah.
Why do you think Randy Orton's so happy right now? Because he found somebody who's got good weed.
It's funny because I was just watching Riddle. He wrestled that night. Last night. Well, last night's the first time I watched Raw in a while, and he was paying a lot of tribute to Randy. The whole fight, like, did the DDT, and he's hyping up like the Viper, and I was like, Randy's on the back, like, going crazy. I was like, that's like the little dude Randy's putting on. That's who's under Randy's wing now.
Somebody in the WWE besides Rob Van Dam has got good fucking weed.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why.
But I'm just saying, like, it's cool. It's crazy because Orton's we're talking about
point in his career. Orton's at that point in his career where he doesn't have to fucking do anything.
Yeah, no, not at all. That's what I'm saying. That's his, like, under his wing right there. That's his man he's putting on, mentoring.
Orton is like, okay, see, like, Orton is just as charismatic as Scott Hall is, because back then, people hated Scott Hall. So whenever Scott Hall came out, you wouldn't have to talk. You just start walking to the ring, and everybody be booing him. Mm-hmm. Randy Orton, 1 second he could be a good guy, 1 second he'd be a bad guy. Randy Orton could just look at the crowd, be all happy one moment, going, I love you guys.
But that also changed, though, because you're talking Hall when he was like Razor, but when he was Scott Hall, when he became Scott Hall in the NWO, that changed the whole mold of wrestling. That was like the good guys became the bad guys became the good guys, kind of, and they were cheered for. So as Razor,
the NWO
it was like
the catalysts for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Different era. And what you said?
The NWO was a catalyst for Stone Cold because it made bad being good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that whole anti-hero factor came into play, like that badass. I'm gonna do what I want, say what I want. I'm the boss around here.
100.
Fuck authority. Yeah, it was crazy. That's why, like, somebody was debating me with that on Reddit recently. Like, which is more important in history, and it was like, you wouldn't have the ladder without the NWO. You wouldn't have. Maybe Stone Cold would still be born, but it wouldn't, like, the timeline would be off. The way things were sequenced, it wouldn't have been famous at that King of the Ring. Maybe he came out differently. Maybe every step didn't calculate the way it did. In life.
Let's just say in that alternate timeline, Triple H was supposed to win the King of the Ring that year. Mm-hmm. So Stone Cold didn't win. Triple H became the King of the Ring winner. Mm-hmm. But Stone Cold became Stone Cold later on, but maybe like 3 years later.
Yeah.
But Triple H became the game.
Then and there.
Then and there.
Yeah, it's possible.
His speech would have been like this. These guys were really good, but they didn't have anything, because when you play the game, you gotta beat the game in order to win.
Yeah. But the game being born was great. In general, that whole character.
I can see that promo being done with fucking.
Imagine he was still that Hunter Hearst Helmsley talking with his what was he? What was he supposed to play? A royal? A what?
Remember when Stone Cold was being interviewed by Michael PSAs at the King of the Ring saying, and Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass.
Yeah.
It would have been Triple H talking the PSAs and going, when you play the game, it's game over for you.
Anyway.
Or if he wanted to be really smart, he could have been, it's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control, and I'm gonna take it.
When he was coming to the ring the other night, though, I was literally sitting there saying, "Damn, yo, you know how badass that theme was? Like Motorhead doing that theme. Even the King of Kings was bad, but still, there was. I love Triple H's first theme though. That like one self facade. You gonna hit me with that Triple H that him and China shared? I fucking loved that shit. When I was a kid with my title, that was like my coming out to that.
I hated that theme.
I love that fucking theme.
I like the game better.
Yeah, they're both dope. But once again, evolution of characters, it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing
evolution
thing.
Is a mystery. Triple H paid me to do all three.
Yeah, fucking. What's your favorite Scott Hall or Razor moment? You could choose like a period too, like a certain selection in time. I'm gonna go with like I loved when him and Nash weren't talking, and Goldberg was undefeated, and Nash ended the streak because Scott came out with the taser, bro, and like him and Kev weren't even talking, or they were having a quarrel at that time. But at the same time, it was like Scott, like I still got your back, bro. Like I'm still here for you. There's a lot.
I want to say WCW was probably his best run out of all, and probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
But probably the ending of his WWE run
his
was probably my best
match with Stone Cold, where he oversells Stunner.
No, I'm talking before he went to WCW.
Oh, I thought you said like I'm talking about the end of his WWE career though. How many more matches did he have after that WrestleMania match with Austin? Wasn't that the WrestleMania that NWO got put to end?
That was his last match.
Yeah, it was his last match.
That was his last match in the WWE. Went in the Indie.
I did like when the NWO came back at WrestleMania and there was DX and NWO. I
like when the NWO invaded TNA in 2005.
I gotta see that. I didn't watch TNA. Wolfpack. You know, I didn't really watch TNA too much. It was Wolfpack, NWO?
They were just Wolfpack.
Fucking Wolfpack. I was gonna go white in here today, but I said, nah, bro, it's gotta go red. The Wolfpack. I got the Wolfpack NWO on. Red and black it is. I gotta get a shitload of toothpicks now, bro. I'm trying to get a thing of toothpicks at my job, and when they run out, just get a new one. Buy a new one, just as a remembrance. Is it remembrance or remembrance? Remembrance or remembrance? Like Brants. I don't know. One of those words I've had trouble with for a while. Always said I'll look it up, but remembrance speech. What? Remembrance toothpicks, kid. Just sit there, chill. But today started off a wonky day. Aside from the microphone not working, I didn't think we were going to be able to get this done tonight. So that's a plus. You know. But
not very good.
I did order. I did find a couple Amazon gift cards, and I ordered. Like I had a couple of these ones laying around.
Nice.
And I was like, let me put these on. So I had like $75, a 50 and a 25, and I used that for an interface, and I paid another 80, but it'll be a replacement to this. It'll be a dual. You know, I don't know what the difference will be really, but hey, you know.
Probably the sound quality will be a lot better.
No, I don't think so. I think it'll be the same. It's the same brand. It's like the next level up. It's a dual. I think it just allows me to have two mic inputs. So like if you were in the room with me, we could each have a different microphone.
I like.
And then it should offer the same capabilities. But I said eventually I want to upgrade it. But right now, in the spur of the moment, this man's in his wheelchair.
Wheelchair.
The wheelchair, chair. Did you see I uploaded episode Stab? Stab episode 8, Big Pimpin'. Hugh Hefner versus
Big Pimpin'.
Ron Jeremy.
I'm surprised that's still even up.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like it's featuring Ron Jeremy or anything. It's not like it's a cinema film featuring Ron Jeremy. It's just versus Ron Jeremy. Fight. Which one's the bigger pimp? That was a good episode. We discussed a lot on there. But
for an hour and 8 minutes, we got a lot of content in that one.
There was a couple of things that I wanted to actually like still paste in there, but we already did it like last week already, and I just wanted to get it out because 7 came out late, 8 came out a little late, but overall they're on a roll. They're cooking. I still got to start taking some clips from each. Huh?
We're moving as fast as we can, even though we're not like Joe Rogan, the way that we can bump out 3 guys in a day. But
here's what you guys need to do. You need to go below and help out with some sponsors. Get that new Dr. Squatch soap. I'm telling you, it's great. Buy us a coffee. That's important mostly because you could do increments from 3 to 5 to 20 to custom amount. I think whatever, just help support us.
We're doing 1,000. Come on, let's get 100,000 K subscribers. 100,000 subscribers.
Donate because we got to get TJ out of that wheelchair. Come on, kid. We got to get him out of that. We're going to get him walking again, up and walking again.
It's got 6 wheels instead of none.
Yeah, we're going to upgrade that shit. Upgrade that shit by clicking a link below. What you sipping on today? Not Seb's coffee?
No, I'm sipping on Folgers.
Ooh. I hear that's the best part of waking up.
No, the best part of waking up is pot stuff in your cup.
What about Folgers pot coffee?
How about Tokels?
What is it?
Tokels.
The fuck is that?
It's hard to explain. A friend of mine posted a video a couple of months ago of it's this 80s or like 90s commercial. And it's a spoof on Folgers, but it's called Toklers. And grandma gets up. It's like 6 a.m. Grandma gets up. Grandson's up. Everybody's over 18. Grandson's like, hey, grandma, you want a cup? And she's like, no, I want some Toklers. And he goes, this early? All right. And grandma gets this big bong. Everybody starts waking up. Everybody's putting Toklers in their bong and everything. Yeah, the old lady takes a giant ass rip. You know, everybody's smoking. The lady takes a giant ass rip. And then she goes, she starts coughing her brains out. And then after that, she goes, that's good shit. And then after that, it goes, the best part of waking up is Toklers in your bong.
Yeah. What was that from? What skit? A while ago?
It was a skit.
I feel like
it was a skit.
I feel like it sounds familiar with the grandma smoking weed, though.
A friend of mine posted it a couple months ago. I just can't remember where.
Probably one of those viral videos, though, because I've seen similar shit. I watched that dude Ross, that goes around with his grandma too in the gym, and she's like, "Wow, big upstairs, compensating for something else or some shit." She's like making fun of all these bodybuilders. Are those tits real? The girl was like, "No."
There's another video of of a family just smoking weed in this really, really nice house. The girl, everybody's smoking out of this like 15-foot fucking pipe, and I shit you not, the shit goes from is literally like 15 feet from like the fucking floor to the fucking mouth of the person. And I don't know if it was the boyfriend or the brother or whoever, one of the girls is smoking it, and either the boyfriend or the brother walks in and he goes, I don't know if this is necessary, I don't know if I'm stupid or not, but isn't it just easier just to smoke the fucking thing? And they're smoking out of this elaborate pipe that's like 15 feet long. And the guy's like, I don't know if I'm ignorant or not, but can you just smoke this?
Yeah. Fucking pot.
Like, well, I find that shit hilarious.
I feel like you always smoke bongs anyway, motherfucker. You never really were a blunt person, or a joint, maybe a doobie doo.
I smoke a blunt when I feel like it, and if my lungs feel like they can handle the pain.
But I'm saying you're pretty much been a bong person as long as I can remember,
because that's all he smokes.
Well, I'm saying you
And
always had a bong since we were like fucking 19, bro. 18,
always,
19.
I always.
You always had it down in the basement. Different bong. Look, got a new bong. Playing video games. Fucking SmackDown versus
Now
Raw.
I got fucking 9 of them. I don't know what to fucking do with them because I inherited all.
I just got this little bitch,
Inherited
and this
all
little
of them.
bitch is good. This is my green Pokemon that I can't think of that Pokemon's name, but I'll find. Oh, Tyranitar, I think. I think it's Tyranitar. This kind of looks like him. Or I don't know. That's why I got it. Silicone.
I mean, this is what I've been
Except the
smoking
metal.
out of the past couple of days since I got back to bongs. It's my little gravity bong.
Yeah, that's good shit.
It's got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got 5 chambers.
Whew. Crazy shit.
Very, very, very little water. I mean, like an 1/8 of a fucking water bottle, not even, maybe like a 16th of it.
Yeah.
Literally, like, here's a full water bottle. That much.
Hmm.
Fills it up.
Not bad.
That's not a lot.
Yeah. No. Dude, this one's not a lot either, bro. Like literally, this is like as
Is
high
it
as I can
water?
put it.
Tequila. This is Patron.
This is as high as I could put it, because if I put it up here, you start eating the water when you pull, bro. You can only, it's like a very little thin line.
Yeah, one of my other bongs is like that.
It's like a capful, just enough of water. But fucking, was at work today, dude, and the Pee-wees were in PJ's room. PJ's like the K through first, but he's watching them. And they're kicking around these big but they're kicking around these big workout balls, you know, like the ones like kids could like roll on and shit. And, what are you talking about?
You said Pee-wees.
Yeah, that's what they call the preschoolers.
You said my
This motherfucker. So yo, I'm kicking the ball, right? And like it knocks this one kid down, but then it hit this other kid in the face. Boop. She was like, I'm all right. And I was like, okay, I'm glad like it didn't hurt you, you know, but we go towards my room and they're looking at my soccer trophies because I bought some of my soccer trophies in. I was gonna just like have my kids have a tournament for them. And she goes, what are these for? And I was like, trophies? She's like, I never had a trophy. I was like, you want one? You could have one. So I gave her like the old Lake Grove Triangle glass trophy, right? At the end of the day, she's walking out of the building and her 2 moms came to pick her up. And I was like, did you get your trophy? You make sure you got your trophy? And she's like, yeah, I got it. And her mom's like, yeah, she got it. She already told us about it. I was like, she was so happy. But this is the same girl that like a month ago, bro, I walked in the PJ's room or Miss Viv's room and she's like, guess what? I was like, what? She's like, I'm getting adopted today. Like, it was the best day of her life. She's like, I'm leaving early. So she was like, kept peeking out the window. So I guess these 2 moms, I think, are the ones that adopted her. But I don't know, bro. It felt like a Scott Hall thing to do. I felt like Razor being like a superhero. Like, here's a trophy, you know, like a championship. But,
well, speaking of that, last thing I'll touch on before we go, and this is perfect because this will show you exactly where Scott's heart really was as a person.
Yeah.
Back then, Jerry Springer show used to be very different before it became trashy TV like it is now. It used to be an actual talk show.
Yeah.
Scott Hall was the Intercontinental Champion at the time, and
I think I saw that. Well, that wasn't
Jerry
Jerry Springer.
Springer.
Was it?
Yep.
Wasn't one of those late night shows?
No, Scott Hall said it was Jerry Springer.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but
I thought it was a late night show. I thought I saw it though, but I could be wrong too.
and the guy for I believe it was Jerry Springer. I don't think it would be anybody else, but the kid that was interviewed before him had was dying of cancer and everything. So Scott Hall wanted to give the kid a present, and he gave him the legit belt that Vince McMahon made for the WWF.
Yeah, Vince.
He gave him the actual title that goes on TV.
Vince was pissed about that. You did what?
No, he wasn't.
No, you didn't care?
Scott Hall called him right after, and he said, Vince, I need you to bring another title tonight. I'm going to need you to bring the replica. And Vince is like, what happened? What happened? Did you lose it? Or what happened? And then after that, he's like, I don't want you to get mad. But there was this kid dying of cancer. I gave it to him as a gift. Oh, no. Scott. You did the right thing. We'll get the replica title over there tonight. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, honestly, because Vince, they do a lot of stuff. Like WWE does that, like Connor's Cure. They definitely do a lot of cancer-related things and work with different charities, things of that nature. The Make-A-Wish Foundation, of course.
More happier that he gave it to a kid that was dying of cancer.
Yeah.
Than for him to actually like lose it and then actually call him and tell him that, hey, I gave it.
That sounds like kind of like you're just irresponsible for your job. Like you did what? But like to do something for the betterment of humanity. Hell yeah, dog. 100%.
It shows good publicity.
Yeah. But not even that. It's probably just really what he did out of his heart. Like these guys know that they're superheroes, dude.
Like 5 years, he gave him a $50,000 title belt that was real gold. It's like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, dude, these guys know that they're superheroes coming into this shit. That's why Goldberg's back, and Goldberg still wants to do it. He wanted to be a superhero for his son. And as corny as I thought that shit was, like when he first said that shit, like how many years ago when before his kid like was playing football and shit when he was still like a kid. But Gage, and he pointed out and he was like, whatever, I want to be a superhero for you. I thought that was such a corny storyline, but looking back years later and how he's still doing it, I go, that's great. He's creating memories. He's letting kids witness what we witnessed. Like that same, like, bigger than life. Like, these guys are heroes, you know? And I give him respect for that.
Well, also think of it like this. His son is going to go down his father's path. His son's going to go to the NFL, exactly what Goldberg did. He played with the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
See what happens. He may have a better, his son may have a better football career than his father.
Yeah. I'm not denying that. I wasn't saying that. I was just saying I thought it was corny, like him doing the whole I'm a superhero shit, but in reality, it makes sense.
Will officially be another NFL name again.
Yeah.
Probably would make Bill very, very happy.
Be able to train him, or maybe he'll pull a Dominic Mysterio and say, "Hey, I want to come work for WWE, Dad." All right, I'll put a word in. Let's have a match together, and that'll be Goldberg's last match, ushering in his son, passing the torch, next generation. Anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation. Never know. Dominic's young as hell. 10 years from now, he's like 21 years old. He's already been there a year.
Dominic, look, too early to say. Dominic may not be in WWE that long. And I'll tell you why. All his dad's real buddies are in AEW.
So you're thinking he'll go to AEW? He might.
As soon as his contract is ready to expire,
maybe he will.
Conan is going to tell him, because Conan is his agent. Because Conan is Rey Mysterio's agent.
Yeah, word. It's like that.
It is. Conan has said it on his show, Keeping It 100. Yeah. He has said that he is Rey Mysterio's agent. He's the one that gets a contract deal with Rey Mysterio.
I don't dig that deep into these guys, but that's cool to know. I'll always love K-Dog.
And Carlos would be the type of person that would tell Dominic, look, are you really happy there? Mm-hmm. You really want me to get you more money? Because I can get you to more money, but are you going to be happy? Mm-hmm. Remember, this is something that your father loves to do and loved to do. You have to remember something. You have to be comfortable where you're at.
Yeah.
Now, if you come over to the other side, you know that you got all your dad's friends and everybody that you literally grew up with as you were a kid. And you know that you'll have more training and more experienced. I'm not trying to say that WWE's not experienced, but you'll have more of the experience side that people
more than hand-on-one. Like WWE, every man's cutthroat. They're all for themselves. They all got to shine for that
AEW,
top light.
You have all the people
AEW is such a more supportive system.
Grown up with all your life that has hung out with your father.
But even it just seems like it's the faction business. Like everybody's they're all factionated. They're all helping each other out. They're all traveling together. They're all clicked up. Speaking of the click,
measure out your options before I talk to Vince.
Yeah. But
if you want if you want to have the extra money, just make sure you're going to be happy. Not going to be happy, then take the same amount of money that Vince gave you
maybe
with Dad.
He realizes he don't want to even do the wrestling.
Take that from Tony Khan, and then maybe in a month, maybe within a year, Tony Khan will look at you and be like, I really like you. You're doing great. Bump you up an extra $50,000.
Maybe he just wants to even just do behind the scenes, join creative, or be a part of something else too. Maybe he might not want to wrestle forever.
Well, I already know Rey Mysterio's not leaving WWE.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's his home.
Rey wants to retire with the WWE, and Rey was already offered
hefty money.
Creative. Rey was already offered to be on the board of creative.
Probably wants to just go out in the ring that Eddie went out in. But, flying under the same flag, the WWE banner.
08, at least I thought, a lot of people thought in 08 that when Rey busted his leg, that was it, because he was out for a long time and nobody knew when he was going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly thought that was the end of Rey Mysterio. There was another time where Rey Mysterio hit the 619 in Mexico in an indie match and killed the fucking wrestler.
Ooh. When did
that happened in like 2017, 2018, but it was proven because it was in the ring. It was a match that he had a heart attack. It wasn't the 619 that killed him in the match. Is that he had a heart attack mid-match.
When did Rey win? 06 for Eddie?
06
WrestleMania against Batista?
Because 05 WrestleMania was before Eddie died.
Yeah, well, that's when Batista won. Was 05, right? And then
that's when Shawn and Angle had the match, and that's when Eddie and
that's crazy.
Rey Mysterio had the match. Yes, Eddie and Rey Mysterio had the match at WrestleMania 21.
That's crazy. Shit, man. Time is flying. Time is zooming by.
WrestleMania. And WrestleMania 18 was Scott Hall's.
But what?
But look.
Oh, yeah, WrestleMania 18 was... for some reason, I was thinking it was WrestleMania 17, Austin and Hall. That was 18? Okay.
Pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
I didn't realize you were going to quote him right there. You should start from the top. Nah?
No, I already said it.
I know, but I didn't realize you were going to go right into it, and I think I was talking in the beginning word of it. I think it might drown you out.
Oh, well.
In that case.
Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but the bad guys do.
There you go. You went out with a little bit of more swagger on that one. You want to wrap it up?
I'm ready.
You ready to keep going, you mean?
I'm ready to quit.
Quit what? Call it a night?
Yeah, I got shit I got to do.
All right, I hear you. I'm ready. Like, sometimes you'll be like, I'm ready, and I'm like, you ready to go? And you're like, I can do another 45 minutes. It's Friday night. What the fuck am I doing?
9:30. I got shit I got to do.
I hear you. Yeah, we did start late tonight, but at least we got it in, man. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. I'm gonna. If you saw the intro video in the beginning of this video, I'm gonna play the Wolfpack version going out so you can see that. With that, salute. Big Scott, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, forever in our hearts.
Wolfpack is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition, win the war, that's their mission. Not no mercy, see the rings like the street. If you don't know, you better find out the Wolfpack.